So Sony announces huge news update, PlayStation 5 gets great news, and next first-party title launch confirmed. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, are you getting Ghost of Yotei or not? This is Sony's next big first-party title in a while, and I'm excited to play it personally, but that's just me. What about you? So comment below, yes or no, if you're getting Ghost of Yotei or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, first-party title launch confirmed. Reading from Insider Gaming, Sony has confirmed that Bungie's Marathon will still release by the end of its current fiscal year, which ends on March 31st, 2026. The news came following Sony's latest earnings report during its Q&A section, where one investor asked for an update on the game and its management, and as well as if the game could be cancelled entirely. Sony's chief financial officer, Lin Tao, responded to say that Bungie's Marathon is still slated to release this current fiscal year. The statement comes just 2 months after a previous statement saying the same thing. We are now fixing the problem, so we believe this launch will happen, and if this launch is cancelled, we need to do a revision of the valuation. However, as of now, this is not expected, Tao said. So, I'm not really interested in Marathon. You guys know this. I haven't been interested in Marathon since it was revealed it's going to be an extraction shooter. Seeing the gameplay itself, for me personally, just looks kind of dull, which is wild because this is the same company that originally, of course, made Halo and, of course, also made Destiny. I couldn't get into Destiny either. It has great gameplay when you play it, but unless you're buying expansion after expansion, you're not really doing much in the game from what I've seen. I don't know if this will succeed as an extraction shooter. Maybe if they include a PvP mode, then I'll check it out myself, but that's personally how I feel. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation 5 gets great news. So the PlayStation 5 has been going strong for nearly 5 years now without a price drop, and it's still continuing to go strong. Reading from PlayStation Universe, Sony Interactive Entertainment has announced during its financial results for the 3-month period ended June 30th, 2025, that the PlayStation 5 has now shipped 80.3 million units worldwide. The PlayStation 5 shipped 2.5 million units during this quarter, which represents an increase of 0.1 million over the same period last year. Sony launched the PlayStation 5 in November 2020 during the midst of CV, which resulted in major stock shortages brought on by lack of manufacturing components as a result of the lockdown. It was frequently reported during this time and the months that followed how scalpers would buy bulk PlayStation 5 as new stock arrived at retailers to resell them for a huge profit. The PlayStation 5 stock issues would continue for at least 18 months before finally subsiding, at which point the console was readily available at retailers. So take in the shortage issues, the scalpers, the lack of a price drop, and this thing has shipped 80.3 million consoles. Looking back at the PlayStation 4 around this time in its life cycle, the console shipped 82.2 million, which means the PlayStation 5 is just 2.1 million behind the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 didn't have shortage issues like the PlayStation 5, and by this time, its price dropped to $299. If Sony sold the PlayStation 5 right now at $299, that thing would start flying off the shelf. We have Ghost of Yotei set to launch later this year, really soon, which should help sales, but we know what the big behemoth is. GTA 6, when it launches in May of 2026, that thing will boost the sales insanely. There are people that are literally just waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6 to release to upgrade their consoles, and I'm sure PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 Pro bundles will be there for GTA 6. That's going to happen. Of course, let's see how these numbers turn out next summer after GTA 6 launches. But you guys let me know if you're one of the 80.3 million PlayStation 5 owners. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, Sony announces a huge news update. Reading from PlayStation Lifestyle, as consumers have begun to shift away from physical media, the way gamers play has shifted significantly in a rather short amount of time. The perfect example of this shift is Xbox, which has begun to bring some of its marquee first-party franchises like Gears of War and Forza Horizon to PlayStation 5 to continue to grow its audience. Game Pass has also been a key factor in bringing Microsoft's gaming brand beyond its gaming console. It seems Sony is taking some notes from its competitor and will begin to gradually shift away from its hardware-centric business model in favor of a platform business model focused on community and engagement. This new development comes from Sony Senior Vice President Sadahiko Hayakawa during the company's fiscal year 2025 Q1 earnings briefing, as translated by Genki over on Twitter. During the briefing, Hayakawa stated that Sony in general will focus on creation, which includes its gaming division as well as music and film/TV divisions. He also said that this transition will help improve the company's stability and profitability. In the gaming business, we are moving away from a hardware-centric business model more to a platform business that expands the community and increases engagement, says Hayakawa. So Sony stated something along these lines already via their business segment presentation from earlier this year, where they were discussing a multi-generational approach come next generation. They see the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 players as a platform together, and when the PlayStation 6 launches, that will be the case with PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6. Of course, this also expands to PC, with first-party titles launching there later and games as a service titles launching there day one. Then you have smaller titles that launch on Switch, or some games as a service titles launching on Xbox, like we see with Helldivers 2. This is what's happening, and come next gen, it's going to also include the PlayStation handheld. You also have the PlayStation Portal users that just play their games via the cloud or streaming. Again, somebody could just get the Portal and subscribe to PlayStation Plus Premium and just play games like that. So this is the platform they have, and if Xbox is truly going to go the PC route come next generation, then yeah, Sony first-party titles will land there later like they already do on PC. Let's see how this all plays out, but you guys let me know if you care that Sony is doing this shift or not. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. As always, helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the new era of PlayStation. The PlayStation 6 and the PlayStation 6 handheld are around the corner, and Sony sees themselves as a platform as opposed to just one piece of hardware. Before, they would just focus on the PlayStation 4, or I guess the thing about it is they also had the PS Vita back then and the PSP as well. I guess you could see those as a platform, but realistically, those were two independent pieces of hardware that did their own thing. Now, with the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4, those are two connected platforms, and then with the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 6 and the PlayStation 6 handheld, that's all like one big platform that you have right there, because once you release a game on the handheld, it's going to be a game that's playable on the PlayStation 6 or the PlayStation 5. They're all kind of one platform targeting different levels of people. Of course, then you have PC, and if Xbox goes PC, that's just PC as well, and then some smaller titles on the Switch. They're expanding, but I'm assuming they're going to still try to maintain the value of what PlayStation is. But of course, we'll see how that goes. But if you're excited for the new era of PlayStation with the PlayStation 6 and PlayStation 6 handheld, destroy the comment section with the new era of PlayStation, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.